Alright, welcome. Hey friends, my name is Makan. I'm going to make a short tutorial teaching you all how to start animating inside Unbound Game Engine. Well, oh, that's too close, huh? If you don't know about Unbound, well, obviously Unbound is a game engine based on SDF. You can create video games inside it, you can create all sorts of models and everything, you can export it. It's in alpha stage development right now. Based on the video, it will have visual scripting and it's based on Lua, and it's all SDF, very enjoyable stuff, created by these lovely people and everything stuff. I think I bite my tongue. Yeah. Okay. Without further ado, let me tell you guys how you can animate inside Unbound Game Engine. Let me find a simple scene from my own creation. This is possibilities, a test I did, that what you can do with Unbound for animation. You have to come to this play section and you can select hide the UI, and I don't want to hide it for now. You just hit the start and it will start playing. This is based on a stop motion. We just create several lines and hide them and stuff. This is where you can animate yourself. You create, for example, the sprite and animate it yourself. Just one shape. This is several shapes. We just go in the clay motion style. This is the timeline, and this is how you are animating. You select the loop animation, you will see it repeats itself, and as you can see, it's several shapes for this one, and you can hide and unhide the model to create some sort of clay motion, stop motion style. How you can animate: you need to create a joint. See, this is my joint. If I bring the organizer, you can see I will add my shape into a joint, and I will create a animation, and you will connect this new node timeline animation to the joint. I'm not going to do it here because this is already have animations. I'm going to create a new scene for the animation entirely, completely new. So I'm going to create a simple shape. Let's select a better color, maybe neutral. Okay. I'm okay with the shape. I go to the scope mode, select the shape. I'm just going to copy, paste, pressing W, going up, copy, paste. You can click Ctrl C and Ctrl V too. Okay, I guess 3 is good. Let's select all of these, bring them up here, have a new organizer. copy paste one here. Let me make it smaller, and let's go to the edit mode, pressing T, bring it here, like that. Then we would like to copy paste this even more. You can clone it as well, but I'm not really looking for to do that. You can go to edit mode, pressing R, scaling it like this, making it a little smaller, bring it here, pressing Alt and dragging to select the whole thing, copy paste, pressing E, pressing Control, rotating arrow shapes, pressing W, and bringing it here. Maybe we would like to make this one a little bigger since it's a head. What happened? And pressing W. I don't know why. Oh. Pressing let's see, maybe because of this. Okay, we have some weird manipulator, but anyways, we just selecting this one and we go up, and I'm going to select these, copy paste them, pressing Control E, then Control, and we try to create a leg. Let's go to the edit, pressing T to create the feet. Shift select, copy paste, go here. Maybe you want to double click, also goes to edit, or make it a little bigger so that we'll be able to put these into a better shape. Nice. Bring this higher. Copy, paste this. Yes. We need to go higher. And they are not centered, so I think, yeah, we made the base mannequin super quick. Let's go higher on top of the grid. You don't have to, but going to the edit like this, like that. So let's save, let's call it rig tutorial, meaning tutorial, so that we don't face any crash or anything. I think we should bring this lower a little. Alright. Now, how I can animate the whole thing? You need to add joint for each of these. A joint here, a joint here, a joint here, here. It only works with joint. So I'm trying to give everything one joint right now. Okay, because each object should have a joint. If not, you won't be able to animate. Okay, let me put this somewhere else. Label manipulator also is helpful, I forgot to mention. Now I want to select the whole upper body. Everything also here, at least. And let's go to the animation. When you select this, you have these options. Obviously they are working for the programming part. Excuse me. You can select this to loop, playing. I don't know exactly. Autoplay is important. I would like to enable these things, and obviously these are for sending signals for the programming part. Anyways, now let's just animate, I guess. I mean, to animate, you simply can shift select, you know, shift select and just click, for example, or you can add keys. You know, you don't have to do that, you know, by mistake. You have to unlock it, by the way, to be able to select the inside of the group. You select this, you add a key, right? Let's go, for example, by dragging to like 5 seconds, right? Boom. I can do that, obviously, but we are going to mess, you know, the joint and stuff, so I'm not planning to do that. Maybe I can, for example, start adding a joint here, editing this pivot, bringing it here. This might be helpful, you know, and putting this here. Alright, so if what happened? Yeah, you have to press done. Well, obviously I messed this up. Because you have to do it before all of these things. So pressing delete, it will fix it. And let's just selecting these, bringing it here. Right, so I can, for example, go to the stage, new joint, edit pivot, bring it here. At least we can control some stuff this way. Then I can, for example, bring it here. I guess I'm repeating myself. Let's hope that it works, you know, because if not, I don't know what to do for the complex rigging, you know, rig character. do the same thing for the legs. Let's just hope it's going to work. So let me put these also to the body section. Let's go to the animation, show timeline. Let me go to the stage. Let's go to the animation section. Let's delete this and create a new animation. Drag it to the body. Right, let me. This is the body, right? So drag it to the body. Alright, let's see if, for example, I can do something. Yeah, it works. I think you need to first add the joint for the body and put everything inside it. Then inside this you need to start animating, grouping other stuff. So let's see. I want to move the hand. Which hand? This one. I can name it like arm left, and this is arm right. Body, trunk, and I don't know why. Yes, you have to do that so that it updates itself. It's kind of like a bug. They need to pay attention and fix it later. But at least, we managed to do that. The trick is that you have to unlock and lock, I guess, these areas so that you'll be able to go inside and animate individually, But right now I want to just animate the hand. So I've selected these and I'm just going to add keys. Let's just go to 5 seconds, pressing E. Let's go do that. It's updating itself. So you can see we managed to animate it. And I would like to, for example, go 2 seconds ahead, unlocking this area. Oh, it's animated too. Let me see if... No, you cannot select. You have to unlock. Okay. Let me, for example, do that. I mean, we could add more joints, for this. Right? Then let's go, for example, if I right click and drag, I can increase the timeline, see? So let's see. Let's go another 10 seconds. I don't know why the time frames are repeating itself. I think I need to lock this, pressing E, bring it back, right? Like doing that. Then again, unlocking that. Like doing this. let's just go a little more. Let's just, not sure how it's going to turn out, but let's play. It happened a little fast. I can, for example, make this repeat this better, and clicking here it's going to snap time on keyframes. Snap time on keyframes. I guess it just goes frame by, based on the animation. So we have these. It's happening too fast, I think. So you can, for example, was it Alt? You can control. Oh yes, you have to press select, for example, this and this, and pressing control you can increase, you don't have to, but let's see. Yes, selecting this, holding control, and this. Let me see why it's not doing that. Selecting this, or first press control, select this and this on the second frame. Let's increase it. Let's make this one here. I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, I just can do this. I'm just trying to make it little go slow, Let's see how it will be. I guess I have to add some space between these two as well. Yeah, I mean, that's looking okay. The animation is really smooth as well. So we can, for example, give it some pose. It doesn't have to look so crazy, right? Unlocking it. We added some, keyframes for the whole thing. I guess I have to remove these and going just make a nice pose or something. Let's just pose our model. Right, I'm liking it. Let's just go 10 and bring this here. Press the space. Okay, that's looking okay. Let's just go here, unlock this group, select these two, rotate it, bring it here. I mean, I would like to go a little further and make this to create some sort of jiggly, you know, movement. Let's see. I guess I have to stop being lazy and simply giving these two a new joint, right? I'm giving you a new joint. I'm going to the edit pivot. I hope that the animation is not going to mess with us, and putting it into the body. Let's select done. Put these here, right? I need to put this inside this one, I guess, and hopefully I can do some nice animation. You know, for the sake of time, I'm not going crazy. I'm guessing if I back to this, I'm going to get some weird animations. So I simply remove this. I will make a new animation. I guess this is better. You know, I'm not going to repeat these, you know, because we are out of time and stuff, but just remember, you have to first put everything in, all of the models into the a joint, which is, this one is called body. Then you need to start fixing inside, you know, fixing everything inside. But first, create, for example, the hand separately. You know, start from the small to big here. First, you need to, for example, create this section for the forearm, for example, then put it into the arm, then put it into the trunk, then put it into the whole body, in that way, a small to big. It's the best approach in my opinion. But anyway, let's just animate that. Yeah, we want to create a pose, you know, a resting pose for our character. Right, and let's just unlock these, select these two, make them better, right, locking it back and select this one, unlock it, see we have this one, nice. Works better. Then unlock it, select this, then lock again, lock again. Let's just go, for example, to 10 seconds, and let's bring it here, right? Let's just go 5 seconds, unlock it, select this one. You know, since we kind of add a new joint, it works better, right? And let's just go here. You know, I don't want to do that right now. I want to go like 2-3 seconds, then do that to create that jiggly effect, right? Then again, lock it back. Let's just see what we did. We can bring it back a little, make it fast. Sorry, I just had a disturbance. I have to fix this later. Nope, it's not really doing it good, but you know, you have to play around, see what you can do about this sort of stuff. You can also change it, for example, to ease in, ease out. Let's see what will happen. No, it doesn't really feel good. Linear. You know, kind of doesn't feel good that much. Let's see. Why the space is not working? Let me see. But I don't like this, so let's see what will happen. That's funny, if you press a space, it's just doing that. I don't know where to press a space. You know, I'm just being a little picky. I can't just move on. You know. There are some animation problems I think inside Unbound between the keyframes, but it works, you know, because it shouldn't, you know, do like that. I'm not doing anything that it feels like this. They will fix it in my opinion. But for now, you know, let's just go simple and accept it as what it is. Oh, the music is stopped. Let me play more music. Alright. Oh, that's too much. Alright. The hand animation. Just accept it as it is. When we are doing that, I would like to, for example, move the trunk of the body a little that direction, you know. Then I would like to unlock it and move these a little here, move the head a little here, and yeah. Sadly, if you do that, I don't know if it is the problem with Unbound. It just goes back to this direction. You know? So if you do a mistake, there is no problem turning back. That's the problem, in my opinion. Because it stores the key and bring it back, which I think shouldn't be like that, because in Blender, for example, if you want to add an in between, you know, it keeps its changes and stuff like that, but I don't think it should be like this. So since we don't have any channel that I can, you know, copy paste, there is a problem here. So let me see. You need to be really careful. It's destructive. Each frame should be perfect, then move to the next. Anyways, let me just bring the hand a little here, something like that. Yeah. Let's go to 22nd. Let's bring the hand down. We need to also bring the body, not the body, the trunk back. Selecting these. Okay, I'm just bringing back this dude to its shape. Yeah, locking these back. I think I can do something with the leg, you know. The space is not really working properly. I guess when this is coming back, I can, for example, make the leg be like this, and since it is a destructive, you have to think everything before adding, keyframes. If you add the keyframes and then we want to add a new idea, for the keyframes that are, behind the older keyframes, you have problems because this goes back to the initial pose for the latest keyframes. They have stored their own the whole position and everything. So if you add an in between, it doesn't understand that. It just goes, it doesn't keep that in between position. It goes back to that initial state. It's hard to explain. You have to be animator and try Blender to understand it. For example, I added a new position for this leg. I cannot copy paste this new position to these keyframes, right? It simply doesn't understand. If I copy this, I'm copying the whole thing, I will lose everything. So yeah, it's not so much good, and it kind of what happened. Yeah, as you can see, this thing that I don't. So if I, for example, do this, the next frame doesn't understand that I added a new animation for the leg. It just wants to go back to the previous position. We will have something like this. So if I, for example, try to give it back, bring it back, I create some sort of bad behavior, it doesn't really understand that. Well, I guess that's the most we can do, you just have to eyeball it. See, that direction was so intense, couldn't understand it. But let's just go with it. I think it shouldn't be moving the right leg because it's holding the whole weight and everything. But yeah, that's the animation. Control C and, for example, Control V this here, because it doesn't really understand. When you go to the play mode, it doesn't understand when to end. You have to define it for it. I might be able, for example, to copy this, let's delete this one, and paste it in. It'll bring down the music a little. Let's see what will happen. Okay. Let's just play. Autoplay looping. Autoplay looping. I did that in the start mode. But that's not terrible. We could do better, but that's pretty fun. I could, manipulate the movement way better, but we only have one channel for the keyframes. It's so distracting. You cannot really do too much, in my opinion. It's 1 hour tutorial so far. I have to edit some areas. And let's, go that way. That's looking okay. These weird blending movements here, this is an animation problem, and they need to fix it. I didn't add these weird jiggly wiggly things. Is not my thing, but so far really nice in my opinion. Very smooth, very cool. If you make a really good character, then you will be able to animate as best as you can. You can create some really cool stuff. So let me wrap it all. Let me a recap, they call it. A recap for what I have done so far. You need to, after you create your model, put the whole thing into a joint, which for example we call it the main joint, these two, right? What happened? I shouldn't Control Z. Once you have done that, let me not distract you guys with this. You go create a smaller joint inside your mannequin model. You start, for example, with this. For example, we included the forearm, then add it to the whole arm, and we also fix the pivots, put them in a place that really works as arm movements and rotation. So from a small to big, after you put the whole thing into a main joint, start with a small, then bigger, then put them here. And this is, for example, the whole trunk, as you can see. So from a small to big, after you put the whole thing to the main joint, that's how it works. Edit the pivots and put them in the right position, and they will work just fine, right? Yeah, that's about the joint. And for the animation, remember to add them to the main joint, the big version, the big joint here, for example the body. Simply just start animate. I don't know exactly what this one is. Snap time to the on keyframes. Snap time on keyframes. Hotkey, hold control. Yeah, I think it's for the movements, right? Maybe this. I don't know what exactly it is. Usually enable this. Add the keys, grouping, hold control, select keyframes, then you can move them around, adding, for example, even you can move the whole thing, which is a cool thing. For example, you want to move these elsewhere, you can do that. That's a cool feature, but you have to press Control first, then select the keyframes. Yeah, I don't know what to say more. That's about the animation so far. And you can ignore, for example, putting them into a joint, but it will be messy, and to make them avoid a messy scene, you have to do that. So far so good. I don't hate it. This is really cool. I'm not really happy with the same movements, but it is what it is for now. The frame rate is very good. I think it is 60 frame rate right now. Animation is very smooth. There are some problems for this. Weird movements in between keys, but I don't know what they are or stuff. But yeah, that's the whole animation stuff. Remember to save continuously, despite the history is saved for you, but remember to save. And later you can, for example, I have a master project here, making a game here. See, we can animate an entire character like this. I've made with joints. The joints are here. For example, I put the pivot here for the shooting and stuff. I have to put the whole joints here into the main character later on, pose them, prepare them for animation stuff. I have to like the one I told you guys, from small to big. I have to, for example, create these two fingers in one joint, then these two to this another joint, and it's a lot of work of joint and joint, but you have to put stuff from small to big so that it works, master rig like that. Yeah, it just needs a pistol so that I can finish the whole character. Not sure if I want to rig this, because they maybe add new features in the future, but so far so good. This is how you can animate, and it's pretty cool. Alright to me. We can make pretty cool stuff. If you happens that you want to, for example, move the whole character, obviously you have to animate, for example, these two to this area. You just have to select the main body joints. Yeah, that's it. It's the end of this tutorial. I hope it was useful. I'm going to wrap it up. I have to edit that as well, but hey, thanks for watching. Till next time.